What's up, everybody? This is Chris Sussman, otherwise known as the Barbecue Buddha, and today we're talking about chicken wings. I've got a pack of chicken wings that I'm going to show you how to grill up perfectly on the big green egg. But since you all like the this and that series so much, I'm going to put a little spin on it this time. I'm going to cook half of these chicken wings indirect on a big green egg, the other half direct on a big green egg. But you know my secret to crispy skin, and that is dry brining these chicken wings overnight. So let's get them out of the packaging. I'm going to show you how to separate the drum from the flat. And then we're going to dry brine these, which means put a little kosher salt all over the outside of the chicken wings. We're going to sit them on these wire racks, and then we're going to put them in the fridge overnight. Tomorrow they'll be ready to grill up. Some people like to cook the whole party packer wing. Usually when I'm at festivals, I'll do the same thing because it's easier and faster than separating the wings from the flat. But to me, it's too much of a commitment to have a whole chicken wing, the whole anatomy of the chicken wing. With the tip, that really doesn't do anything, the flat and the drum. So I'm going to show you how to separate these, what I do to separate them, and then of course you can keep the wing tips right here and reserve that for stock or sauce or something like that. What you want to do is you just want to find the natural joint. You take a boning knife and you just slice right down, right through that joint. Set that to the side, and what I like to do is just pull these apart. You'll see that little joint right there. You can see it come right down the natural line. So I'm just gonna follow this and go right down. See that clean cut? And there you go. That is how you separate the drum from the flat. Bingo. So I'm gonna set these on the wire rack while I clean up the rest of these. All right, so we've divided up the chicken wings. We've got the drumettes and the flats nice and separated. Now comes the dry brining process. So what I do is I just have these wire racks that sit on top of baking sheets. I put a little foil underneath so it catches the drippings. As that salt starts to work its way into the skin, the denaturing process begins, the brining process begins, and you start to see a little bit of moisture drip or come out of the chicken wings. So I just like to catch that so it doesn't get too gunky and leave me with too much cleanup tomorrow. You can use parchment paper, wax paper, anything like that. Foil's on hand, so I use that. So now what I want to do is you want to make sure the skin starts nice and dry. So wipe each one of these wings off with a paper towel. Tomorrow, when you see me pull the chicken wings out of the refrigerator, they're going to look yellow and dark. You'll almost be off-put by the way they look, but that's exactly what you want them to look like for the crispy skin. That's how you know the dry brining worked. I'm gonna take my Cambro container. It's filled with kosher salt, diamond kosher salt. I really like diamond kosher salt. And I'm just gonna lightly sprinkle salt over both sides. We'll start with the side that's up. And that's it. I'm gonna flip these back over because I like the skin side to be up. We are not going to cover these. We're going to place these into a refrigerator. We're going to let them sit out and air dry overnight. Let that salt work its way into the skin. Let the brining process do its thing. Tomorrow we'll meet right back here. We'll check out these wings. We'll get them seasoned up. We'll cook half of them direct, half of them indirect, and we'll see what, if any difference, cooking direct versus indirect on the big green egg makes. All right, everybody, welcome back. It's the next day. You can tell my hair's done. I have a different shirt on, but let's look at the wings. See these wings? See how yellow and crusty they look? I know that doesn't sound very appetizing, but trust me, that dry brine skin, that yellow crusty look that you get after dry brining and then leaving these uncovered in the fridge for 24 hours, and it's what gets you that crispy skin. I've got a simple homemade rub with a little salt, pepper, chili powder, paprika, cumin, and garlic powder. We're doing one set of wings indirect, and we're doing one set of wings direct. We have the heat a little high, about 350, 400 degrees, so we don't want that sugar to burn. So I'm just gonna make this simple rub right now. All right, maybe a tablespoon of slather. All right, now I'm gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. Give a little squirt of mustard, again about a tablespoon. Now that the wings have been slathered, we've got mustard all over them, I'm just gonna apply a light coat of my seasoning right to the top of these chicken wings. Got these wings, they're nice and covered with the rub. We're doing a this or that again. This time, we're doing indirect versus direct. We're gonna grill some direct, we're gonna grill some indirect. We're gonna see if either one of these methods provides a superior chicken wing experience. One thing I can guarantee you is the fact that we dry brined both sets of chicken wings will make for a crispy skin. That I can tell you for sure. I'm gonna go out there and get the big green eggs ready. Follow along, we'll get these babies on. The extra large big green egg is set for indirect cooking and is at 375 degrees. My large big green egg is set for raised direct cooking and is just above 300 degrees. I'm gonna walk you through my recipe for a classic mustard-based barbecue sauce. But this is a great recipe, one that's really easy to do, and it pairs perfectly with chicken wings. So the very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put in some mustard. You gotta have mustard in order to have a mustard barbecue sauce, right? Next thing, you wanna offset that mustard and that acidity with a little bit of honey. Now we're gonna put in some apple cider vinegar. Every good barbecue sauce has ketchup in it. We've got brown sugar that we're gonna put in. Now I've got a spice mixture, some Worcestershire sauce, and some of the Barbecue Buddha's Magic Hot Sauce. And that's it. That's as simple as you could do. I'm just gonna turn this burner on so we can bring it not to a boil, but just to a light simmer to melt that sugar, infuse all the flavors, and then we've got an awesome sauce that you can glaze your wings with. All right, everybody, this mustard sauce has done its thing. That is some good sauce. Look at that gorgeous yellow mustard barbecue sauce, barbecue Buddha style. This is gonna be some good eating. All right, everybody, we're back. That was about 45 minutes. The wings that I have here on the left, you can see, they are the ones that were grilled direct. Listen to the, I don't know if you can hear that with the microphone over here. Those wings are crispy. The ones that were direct grilled, no surprise, have a little bit more of the Maillard reaction, a little bit of that char on there. It's got a deeper, darker color. Let's take a look at the ones that I cooked indirect. You can still, I'm feeling that skin, it is still super crispy. So no surprise, both are crispy. You get a lot more color. Look, there is the indirect, there's the direct. You get a lot more color with the direct. So this one is kind of split for me. You know, it's 50-50. If you like all that color on your wing, then the direct is the winner. If you like to set it and forget it, then the indirect is your winner. The reason why I say that is indirect, other than flipping it once, I don't really need to look at it that often. But with the direct, I had to go out there and make sure it wasn't burning or flaring up, because that fat renders out of the skin, it drips on the fire below and it can cause flare-ups. So if you want to set it and forget it, I would do the indirect cooking. And that way you get crispy skin, you get nice golden chicken. If you want to get that really dark color and you want to baby it a little bit, then go with direct. We're going to take some of this barbecue Buddha honey mustard sauce, we're going to glaze these bad boys, and we're going to taste one, and you're going to see what we think. Now the direct ones. Tale of two wings, people. Let's try them out and see which one we like better. I suspect I'm gonna love them both. All right, everybody. So we did another successful this or that. Direct chicken wings, indirect chicken wings. You saw me take a bite. I have to say, both are excellent. But now that I've had a drumette of each one, I like the indirect better. So I recant my earlier statement. I think the indirect is better, and here's why. The crispiness, unless you like that sort of thing, of the charred skin took away a little bit from that flavor. You get the crispiness without that char of the indirect. The smoky flavor of the Big Green Egg comes through. These chicken wings are dynamite. I think I'm gonna eat a few more as soon as I turn that camera off. If you like this video, you wanna see more, hit the subscribe button. It's gonna be over here or over here. If you wanna leave me a comment, do so below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Until we eat again, cook something great for me. Have a nice day.